What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Two Sisters, One Book. I'm Carla.
And I'm Amanda. We're two sisters. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Hold
You
on.
already forgot your line.
No, because I was saying the action in my head and then you mimicked it. Stop.
I know, we have fun when we do this. I'll
Oh
let
my
you
god.
finish your line. Go ahead.
Okay. And I'm Amanda. We're two sisters, two moms tackling one book at a time. Booyah.
Good. You got it. You're in it. Good job.
I'm in it to win it.
It's been a long, clear morning for Amanda. So I'm just kidding.
Gosh. It's been a long week. Is it Monday
I
yet?
know. I know. So this is so this episode actually comes out the week that you and I are getting back from a fun family camping trip. I'm excited for that. I hope you are. We're gonna have to do some reading while we're down at the beach.
Okay. I was like, man, this episode comes out when we're camping. Oh yeah,
We're
my days are mixed up because I thought this episode was airing when we were at the beach. But you're right. You're right. We still have an episode. Okay. I'm
Yeah.
clearly not here, so
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. That's a perfect kind of feeling, I guess, to have while we jump into these chapters because there's a lot to talk about. So if you're ready, I'm ready, and I know you're going to be like, "What did we just read?" Because I'm feeling the same way.
yeah, no. Okay, so I like the first half and I like the second half, and I'm like, I don't know which I liked more because the first
Yeah.
half, I was like, okay, so she has like this whatever is happening to her, but the riddles. I felt like those were riddles, and I was like, is the kingdoms being remade? We'll get deeper into it, but I'm just gonna say what's on my mind before I completely forget it. The kingdoms being remade is with Lyra and Evander because when they're sitting at the fire, the smoke is circling around him and putting a crown on his head. So I was like
Ooh,
trying to piece together and I suck at riddles, by the way.
me too.
So
I'm
I'm
not,
just like,
yeah. I'm always so wrong when it comes to riddles. If you give me a
oh
riddle, I'm like, oh, I got this. And then I'm completely off. So
yeah.
I will do my best with these. And that was my favorite part was reading these because I love to try to think and figure it out, but I'm terrible at them.
And
So
then
we're
you're like,
probably going to
yes,
be
we're so
off.
smart. Yeah. And then the answers come out and you're like, how did you get that? Like,
I was off completely.
way off. But yeah, no, that was a really fun part. So my brain kept going, it's like the riddles, and then they're secretly answering the riddles and like, putting it
Hmm.
together. And like you said, my brain is probably like, this is what I want it to be, and you're off. Like you clearly didn't get that riddle, you dummy. So
Right?
one of them was like the wind remembers. So I was like, I knew it's probably not, but I was like, I knew it was her mom.
Well, and there was a part where I'm gonna have to find it where she says the heir of ash, and she goes, "Well, obviously, I can understand that one because I'm an ashen arrow." But I think there's more to that. I don't think it's that easy. I think it is symbolizing who she is, but I think it says like the heir of ash. We know her father was dragonfire, which creates
Yeah.
ash. So it's like she is the heir to him, and he is well, him and her mom were like the most powerful family. So I feel like there's a little bit more in there. I don't think it's necessarily just symbolizing that she's an ashen arrow. I think it's symbolizing her, I guess like her uh, heir to being like royalty of some sort. And I think that's what we're going to see.
Yeah. The only problem I did have that I wasn't like really like catching on to, because once again, I'm probably wrong for all these, but the one that what was it?
The
The
stone
stone.
keeps the vow.
Yeah, what does that mean? I'm trying to like circle my brain like what does that mean? Does that interfere with A because he's Earth, and did he make a vow like I'll protect her and then he kept that vow? Like is it all coming together? Like you have A, you have Evander, you have her, and then you have all these other people. Like is it all coming together? I know I'm way off. Just leave me alone.
Well,
But
okay, let's read them and then we can kind of decipher. How about that?
okay.
So it's the first is this is the riddles we got for everyone listening. The heir of ash, arrow bound to the sky, light and shadow entwined, a kingdom remade, the wind remembers, stone keeps the vow. So the first one would be the heir of ash, which I think that has to do with her being the heir to her father, right?
Yeah.
Like her father was dragonfire. Did you kind of catch on to the same thing?
Yes.
Yeah, it makes sense because of the dragon fire,
And
ash. I
then
mean, I
the
know.
air belongs to the sky, so it was just a
Yes,
mixture between her and her mom, or the mom and the
yes.
dad. And then the second one
Arrow bound
because
to the sky.
Lavender. Yeah.
Yeah, and I also think because I mean, yeah, her name is Ash and Arrow, but Arrow bound to the sky. Wasn't her mom killed by an arrow?
Yes.
So yes, I definitely think that arrow bound to the sky is air. I think that yeah. So we have her father as the heir of Ash, her mother as heir bound to the sky, light and shadow entwined, kingdom remade. You think that's a Vander? You said
Yes. Yes, I
okay.
do.
Tell me why. I want to know.
Because something has to do with his light. We did find out his shoulder is hurt, so I feel like his light. But the shadows, when they were sitting at the campfire, were swirling around him, and then they were swirling only where I think only where she could see. But it was a crown on his head that was just laid apart. But the fact that the shadows, I could be wrong. I don't want to be wrong, so I'm going. I'm holding it strong on this one.
Well, you and I both know that we're either right or we're wrong. And some theories we're right on, some theories we're wrong on, and some theories we're close, but then we give up and then we end up being right. So
Yeah,
we're just going
I'm
to
not.
go with it.
I'm not
We
giving
could
up.
be wrong, you guys. We could be totally wrong here, but we we are going to go with our theories and stick with them because that's what makes it exciting.
So excited.
So I do agree with you. I do think light and shadow entwined, a kingdom remade. I do think that has to do with her bond with Evander. I actually didn't catch on to the shadows with the crown. I mean, I read it obviously, but for some reason I just read past it. I didn't like physically like intake it in until you said something, and I'm like, that actually makes sense. It's like a shadow of crowns.
See, we're reading so many books. We're getting better at the riddles.
We should join in on like a riddle book and see if we can figure it out. Just so everyone
No,
knows, we'll get
that would
none
ruin the
right.
riddles for. I'd be like, I don't want to play anymore. We're wrong.
We change our mind.
But
So yeah, a light and shadow entwined, a kingdom remade. I do think that's a Vander. I do think you're right on that one. And then we have the wind remembers, which I think is a symbol to see. This one's a little tougher because I do think it's a symbol to her mom,
I
but
think
the
it
wind
is.
remembers later on when she's fighting. It's like
It's like
she
her mom
sees
is there with her, like taking
right.
revenge for herself. Ouch.
Right, because she sees the man that took her mother like out. So it's like the wind remembers who you are, and the wind is coming back to fight because the wind, essentially, the air, all of that, that came back and helped her fight against this guy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that has something to do with that. So then we get to our very last one, which is the stone keeps the vow. So, what are you thinking of this one? You said this one confuses you, and I'm curious.
I don't know. I think it's A because he found her. He's Earth. Earth is stone. He kept a like. Didn't he say he made a vow that I'll keep you safe? Like I promise I'll keep you safe and everything. And maybe they're referencing him as being the stone. I don't know. See, now I'm scared to say it out loud because watch be like completely off. Or maybe it's like, oh, girl, you missed something or you didn't read it right, you know? So, but I
No,
do
because I,
feel like A is the stone that kept the vow this whole time, you know?
yeah, you're much closer than I was because I had no idea. So,
Well, what did you think? You had like so much. Before we playing the riddle game.
oh, well, I thought like maybe, see, I don't know because it's like the stone keeps the vow. We know that as she was going through, it was almost like she was starting. See, I don't know. I think you're right. Now that you say the whole Aldi thing, I'm thinking, well, that makes sense because he is the stone. He is somebody who kept strength in her, who provided strength to her. Um, the only other thing that I can think of is that it could be herself. Like she's the stone, she's strong, she's independent, and she's keeping the vow to fighting against like the people who went against her family and thought that they eliminated the Ash and Arrow family. So she's like keeping that vow. That's the only other thing that
Now
I
that
could
you
really
said
think
that,
of.
maybe this whole riddle is just about her, and I'm going off saying, I think this is this, this is that, this is this.
But it's fun when we think it's something else. So we're going to
Yeah.
go with our theories and find out. But yeah, that was fun. I like the riddle game. We need to start doing that more often. Like figuring out what these little things mean. And it's something that she continuously kept hearing. That's the thing. It's like so in the beginning of the chapters we started, it's like she kind of faints. So she passes
Yeah.
out. And from what it seemed like, the way I read it, is that there was almost like a storm that was brewing and she kind of passed out, and everybody's freaking out. The horses are freaking out, Katie's freaking out, Misk is freaking out. Everybody's kind of losing it, and they're not sure what's going on, and Evander's there to catch her. And it almost seems like when this happened, that was like the start of when she started obviously hearing the voices and things were coming about. But I do feel like that, yeah, that was kind of the start to all these voices that she was hearing, and everything was coming through the wind. So it was I also kind of noticed too is that when you're reading in the physical book, it's like quotation marks, dot, 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 the heir of Ash, dot, 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 quotation marks. And the way I interpret that is like you're missing things before and after, right? Like
Yeah.
you're only hearing a part of the sentence. So it's like, what is it that wasn't heard? And will she hear something again later that will make all of the sentences kind of come together, right? Like the whole riddle itself.
Yeah. No, maybe, because she did say she only heard glimpses of stuff. So I was taking that scene as like she was kind of levitating. I think that's the word where she's like kind of floating, kind of, and then it's
Oh,
like all
levitating?
yeah, like Elsa from Frozen,
Yes.
like how on Frozen 2, where Elsa's up in the air and all the elements are coming. That's kind of how I felt like that scene was going. And then they kind of just dropped her because Caddy even said, Evander caught you, and she's never seen somebody move so fast. So I
Hmm.
was like, thought of the thoughts like, and then he caught
Right.
her. So that was like the whole scene that I got in my head, and something happened where she was like super tired, drained. She probably was feeling hot because didn't they like it took all her strength to get back up, and they put her in the wagon so
Hmm.
she wasn't riding her horse anymore.
Yeah. And
I
she was
kind of
feeling sick.
she was feeling sick. But this is where I was like, oh, I bet you Carla's so happy right now because she reached for Evander like through the thread, and she was able to actually get a deeper connection, feeling stuff. And she was just
Hmm.
like, is this how he felt the entire time? Like, so she was feeling, how did she describe it? She was feeling seasick on land, like
Hmm.
the earth was moving and stuff and everything. And so her and
Yeah.
Evander, I felt like had a very intimate moment during that time
Hmm.
of
Yeah.
her.
I think their bond is getting stronger. I think
Oh,
the more that they're together, the stronger that the bond is going to get to eventually to a point where they can't deny it anymore. They're gonna have to like kind of accept the bond for what it
yeah.
is.
And do you see the longer they're together, the more she's accepting him, the stronger she is getting?
Hmm. Yeah,
Oh,
like her power is starting to come out. So it is,
yeah.
it's like a weight balance thing. Like, okay, you're starting to accept your bond with this man, and now your powers are starting to exceed. And it makes me wonder, like, because I we don't know like if her parents were technically mated. Um, I mean, I'm guessing, well, yeah, because they are shifters, right?
I don't know. I just know they had power, like the fire.
Hmm. Yeah. So I'm wondering, the people who are mated and bonded together, if there's like a reason that those people were put together. Like if Evander, because the more I see, so let's talk about their smells. Because she says that he smells like smoke and right,
Like the
which,
shadows.
yeah, which
Sorry.
kind of, yeah, brings like a shadow feeling. It brings a fire feeling. Like that's what I'm starting to feel. And then he told her that she smells like, what was it?
Spring and fresh rain with like
Yeah, which
something.
symbolizes like the storm. So it's like, are they smelling that because that is sort of, because we don't really know Evander's powers or anything yet, but we do have kind of an idea of what Lyra's are. So it's like if her power, let's just say, is air controlling storm, that kind of thing, and she smells like rain and the breeze, that would make sense. So if we look at how Evander smells and he's smelling like that, it's like, does that give us a hint into what his power potentially was or could be?
I think he has shadow powers, then if that's the case.
Mm. Could he be another shadow daddy for us?
Maybe. I
We
don't
like our
know.
shadow
I just
ones.
I just know the shadows during the fire like lingered around him and danced around him and stuff. So,
Yeah.
but I just thought it was a really sweet moment too. But gosh, what did she say? I don't know. I don't remember if it was in this part, if it was in the next part, but they hear soldiers coming. See, now I'm gonna mix them up because this was this part here. They heard the soldiers coming talking how the tests are failing and stuff. But then wasn't there, I don't remember if it was this part, the wind coming together and everybody kind of heard the whisper
Mhm.
because everybody
Yeah.
froze right before like the main military people came. But before
Yeah.
we get there, I got sidetracked again. Maybe her powers are starting to talk to her now because didn't something shift when they entered the land they're in? Something started getting stronger the second they enter. She even says she felt like she was in a whole different world. But I thought she said the second we entered the land, it was like we were enveloped and we were like placed somewhere else.
Yeah, it was almost like wherever they stepped into, all of a sudden she was starting to like get this feeling of like her manifesting her powers. Um, but I do think so when this they overheard the soldiers talking and they were saying like the tests are failing. If you think about that, tests you either pass or you don't, right? And from these specific tests that they're doing, it's like they're supposed to test them and put them into categories. So it's like when I heard those words, it tells me that they're looking for something, right? Like they're looking
Yeah.
and whatever they're looking for isn't working. So it's like they're failing. So I do feel like these tests are sort of like not what they're not being honest about what this testing process is for. Um, so it makes me wonder, like, well, what's failing? Like,
I think
is
the
it
magic is coming back.
yeah.
Because of Lyra, the more like she's releasing and her and Evander being closer together, like the mate bond is getting stronger. She's getting stronger because of it. And I feel like since she's getting strong, like it's a ripple effect. And the
Hmm.
magic is coming back. And now it's like, oh, these people aren't supposed to be able to do this. Why are these people starting to get all this? Or why are they able to touch every stone, you know?
Hmm.
I don't know. That's the way I took it.
Mm,
Or
that's good.
maybe they're all failing still by everybody still like passing out from pain, you know? But I take it as
Hmm.
people are starting to get stronger and being able to touch every stone and surviving it without screaming and passing out because of what's
Yeah.
happening with the ripple effect with Lyra.
Right. Because if you think about it, when they're doing the testing process and like with Katie and Misk and all them, it's like they tested them and then they figured out what their power was. And so it's like, how do
Oh,
you take that as a fail? It's not a fail because you found out that they have
but it's
powers and you
past
put them into the
puberty.
category.
Now it's like
True.
past puberty. So is the magic slowly coming back and the people who are supposed to have these powers are finally getting it?
People who
You
might
know?
have been somebody who didn't have a power, their power is now starting to manifest because of
Because
it.
the power is coming
Yeah.
back,
Because
right?
they're yeah, and they're exposing them to these elements, so it's like you're exposed to the fire, you're exposed to the water, like the earth, and then we see that Lyra kind of being around the wind, like she was exposed, but I felt like it didn't manifest at first, and then it's been taking her this time, and all of a sudden there had to have been some type of exposure between her testing process and now that is
It's a
activating it.
Vander. It's a
Yeah, that would
Vander.
make sense. It has to be a Vander, I would think.
Yeah, because everything started getting stronger and more like I don't want to say potent. That's not the word. More what's the word?
uh
Why can't I like vivid, you know? That's not
oh
the word
yeah.
either, but we're going with it.
It's becoming more vivid.
I don't know, shut up.
No, but that's fun. So yeah, they start to go through. We did see a lot of like traveling in these chapters where they're moving forward, and a lot of it is like Lyra sort of connecting with the wind and sort of becoming strong in a sense, and then they get to a point where they're sitting there and they're all just hanging out by like chilling by the fire, and then they all know something's going on because they can hear. I can't remember the words that they used, but they hear like little thuds almost, and they're like, what is that? And then it starts getting louder and they're like, okay,
Oh,
something's
that's
not going.
hooks.
Yes. Yes. And so like we see they all start to kind of prepare, looking around, like Aldi's grabbing his sword, Misk is getting ready, like even Evander's like, okay, I'm ready, right? Like they're all becoming alert to what's going on around them. And then we see a bunch of the bloodthorn soldiers step out and they're ready. They're like, let's do this. Like it's time. But what's interesting is Lyra spots a man who has the exact same uh
Yeah, she
uh,
spots the Scar Man.
yes, from the very, very beginning, who's the one who took out her
I
mother.
knew we were gonna see him again.
Yep, he had the lion emblem on his chest. He had the scar. He matched the description perfectly from what she remembered as a child. And if you think about it, like what you remember versus what it probably is from a long time ago sometimes can change. But no, she had it exactly right. She's like, this is the guy. This is exactly who it is. She knew him, but she also knew that he didn't know who she was.
He never saw her.
Right. Right. So
Yeah,
it
and they
was
snuck
interesting.
up on them. There was no
Hmm.
cadence, there was nothing. They just came in sneakingly. So I was wondering, did the guards that came in before were like, "Oh, we know people are out here," and kind of snitched on them? Or are they just walking around doing a massacre to whoever's out and about right now? Like, what was your purpose
Yeah.
out there? You
It
know?
almost seems like they were being followed, right? Like they were following them from a long time because it's like they waited purposefully until like this perfect moment, right? Where they're all just sitting there kind of relaxed, not doing much. And it's like, I can't imagine that that the Bloodthorn soldiers were just like cruising through the forest and they're like, hey, look, there's some people over there. Let's just go for it. It's like, it's almost seemed like they were following them and they were looking for this group specifically, but they didn't know who
Yeah.
Lyra was. So it's like, did
So
they
who
do
had the
that?
tracker on them? Was it A or was it Evander?
Oh man, why? Why do you gotta do that now? Why you gotta put things in
Sorry.
my mind where I'm
I
like,
could be
wait,
totally wrong, but I'm just
you're
the whole time I was reading it, I'm like, who had the tracker on them?
you're
Was
like,
it
this goes
A when
back.
they got caught, A and Nadia, and then they kind of got their brains wiped and they kind of don't know what happened? Or was it Evander? Because, he's from a big city. He kind of seems like he's a little important. What if they put a tracker inside all these people? People like, no, I'm thinking Game of Thrones, but they have like a tracker and all these people that work for them who are high up because he seems like a very important person. Because how did they find them so fast like that? Or was
Oh,
it what's his name? Fimir, who's all like, yeah, they just came passing
Amir.
by, you'll find them this way, you know?
Oh, there could be so much betrayal. Not the betrayal. Not the betrayal. I can't do it. Like,
That would be a
why?
really bad betrayal.
Oh, it doesn't even matter by who. Famir, Aldi. I really don't think
Also,
that it would be
A and Evander wouldn't even know. They wouldn't know
true.
that they partially like betrayed them.
Right.
But the other guy, he's the what would you want to call him? Like mayor of the city or governor of this city, and what if
Oh,
he
he
was
was
just
the
trying to
warden.
protect his people? So instead of
Yeah.
burning his whole city down, he's like, I have to betray them. My son lives here, my wife lives here, my people are here. They went that
Mhm.
way, you know?
Yeah, it could be. It could be a betrayal. I mean, it's because I could see Aldi, yeah, having something on him that he didn't know, like a tracker of some sort, or like something going on. I could see Famir having to give them up because he's like, yeah, you're right. My family, everybody is here. Evander, it would have to be obviously something he doesn't know because he is trying so hard to earn like trust with Lyra, and it seems like he would really go and do anything for her. So it would have to be something he doesn't know.
Yeah.
But no, no betrayal. I like, but
I
I
could
mean, I'm I'm for the betrayal when it comes to a reading perspective, where you're like, oh, this is the exciting part of the story. But I was like, oh, please don't be Aldi. Like,
but my brain
stop.
kind of went like, what if when he was telling that story, of like there's somebody who's going to rise up and everything, what if he already had a glimpse, or what if A slipped up and said, I found her, because they're best friends, I found her and this is what's happening, and then he put two and two together, and the whole reason why his town survived is because he's like, I'm sure A is going to come to me and I'm sure I could get you to the person you want who escaped the dungeons. I don't
Mm,
know. See the trust issues I have, and it could be completely wrong, so
right,
carry
right.
on, carry on. I just wanted
Ah,
your brain to be in pain with my brain so we could be.
why you gotta do that to me, Amanda?
I
um,
love you.
Goodness. So anyway, she obviously kind of gets into this fighting match with um this guy. We're gonna call what should we call him? We need to give him a name because we
Scarman. With
okay,
was it
we'll
Starman
call
or Scarface? I think she called him Scarman.
okay, so we'll call him Scarman. Okay. So she is in a battle, like a one-on-one battle with Scarman. And she was basically saying that it was pretty much matched, right? Every strike she had, he would counter it. Like anytime she would try to knock him off, he would, kind of hold himself back. He would try to go against her and she would kind of stand her ground. So, like, it seemed like it was a very evenly matched battle. And it was probably going to take a while for someone to kind of defeat the other person. So she had to throw him off guard. essentially. And she tells him like, hey, this is personal, like between me and you, this is a personal fight. And he was like, you and everybody else. Because
Yeah, like the
he's
whole
clearly,
country. So,
yeah, he's
dang.
like, clearly everybody, nobody likes me, like obviously I know, but he's like, I don't know who you are. And you are more than welcome to say that, but you are just one person to me that I'm going to take down. And she tells him who she is, which I want to know your opinion on that. She told him that she is Lyra Ashenaro. Do you think that was a smart idea or a dumb idea? Not knowing the outcome of what had actually happened. Like, what was
I
your
think it was
initial
a
thought?
smart idea because she knew he was getting tired. He was already getting around. Which, if you think about it, as you were saying, it was match to match. Like he would match her, she would match him very well. It was very like a really good fight. So you could just see her strength in that. He was getting tired, and I think she took it like this is my chance to distract him, which it worked. And it played off. She's all like, "You killed my mother. This is who I am." But the sad part is, which I think fed her fire even more, is when he said she was nothing. I would
Hmm.
have just left her there to die if she would have given you up. So I think that like sparked something because even the wind got stronger, but the wind had her back. So
Hmm.
I think it was a smart move. I think she did a really smart move. She had it all
Hmm.
strategically laid out.
Strategically put
Yeah.
together.
Yes. Like that
Yeah.
was. Why did you
So
not think it was a smart move? Were you scared? Was your heart pounding? Like, why would you say that?
I at first was like, okay, she's going on her emotions right now, because if they are doing this testing process and they're looking specifically for a possible Ashen Arrow who's still out there, because there really was, I'm just in a strong belief that the testing process has to do with finding her, right? Like, or looking to see if this daughter of the Ashen Arrow family is still around. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I think also it could have to do with them trying to make sure that there's no additional power, but that's what I think the ultimate goal is of this testing process. So for her to get so emotionally involved in this battle, like she tells him who she is, you better hope that you take him out, because if not, you have now just played your cards. They are going to know that you are out there. He's going to know what you look like. He's going to know the people that you're around, all of your friends that can be used against you. You now have to, you have no choice. You have to win this battle against him, because it's, you told him who you are, and I get it. I understand her being like, well, I want him to know who's going to take him out. But if you don't take him out, that is a huge risk to everything. And so at first I was like, I didn't know if it was the smartest idea. I was like, this could go badly for her and all of her friends and everybody she cares about. But it didn't go that direction. So I was glad to say that she did win that battle. But I was very
Yeah.
nervous for her at first.
Do you want me to ruin something for you again? I
Sure.
thought so. We know that she kills him. The air like pushes everything, and then I was thinking, what if this guy
Never
has
mind. I don't want to know. No, I'm just kidding.
like a mage kind of, not a mage, like a cleric or a mage that someone's gonna bring him back
Oh, like a
because it looks like
clairvoyant?
he's been into battles a lot. It's been 24 freaking years. Didn't he look old when he first killed the mom? And then,
Interesting.
depending on what he was, he could be a fae and he could live like hundreds of years old. I don't know, but in my brain, I took it as he's human, right? So it's a human that never dies, maybe. Or someone is going to be tracking them or following close behind him, and he has like his own very personal, very strong healer, and he's going to come back. What if he's not dead? Like,
Well, see, and then that just feeds into what I was saying, because I was like, she's putting out so much of who she is. It's like, do you want to give the enemy everything that they're looking for? I mean, because now they would know that, yeah, the daughter of the Ashen Arrow is still out there. And that is the
but
one person who could probably take you out.
yeah, but I feel like by that time she's going to be so much stronger. So good
Oh,
luck
yeah.
trying to face her. She already whooped your butt once. You really want to go at it again? Like, good luck.
And I almost wonder, because we obviously don't know her mom's powers and like to the extent of what it was, but I almost wonder if Lyra is going to be stronger than her mother, because she has her father in her along with having her mother, and they're both two strong, powerful people that came together. So it's like, is Lyra going to be like even stronger than her mother? Because Lyra took him out in this battle. She like summoned the wind. And I go back to what you had said before, where she's like levitating. Like, all of this power comes out of her. I could just see it. It's like I see her standing there and like the wind is just like around her like a storm and it just goes out and like knocks him off balance. But she was still able to use her sword against him. So it was like she
Uh-huh.
technically got the final part in that, not the wind. The wind just helped her, like the storm helped kind of prepare her to be able to get him off balance, knock him off. So they were no longer like a one on one. It was like he stumbled and she was able to take advantage of that.
Yeah. And then he died.
Yeah.
So
Well, you know,
maybe.
we'll
My
like,
side note was he didn't, but I'm hoping he did die. That was just like a what if moment. Like, what if he's
but
not really dead?
that's what I mean. Like, what if she tells him this information and then your theory comes like that's gonna get crazy.
But we like chaos.
We yeah, no, we do. The book yeah. When we're reading, we enjoy chaos.
Not in my real life. Please don't give chaos in my real life.
But yeah, so that's kind of how those chapters ended was this
Oh,
battle. And yeah, it was very exciting.
was your
Yeah.
heart pounding the entire time? Did you like get more narrative in the last two chapters? Because I was. I felt like I was a movie and I was like talking super fast and my heart was pounding and I'm like, girl, you better knock him out.
Yes, to the because of I wanted to know how much her powers were going to start to come out. Like I feel like we've seen these little subtle drops of like what her power is going to be and I felt like this with all the emotion she was feeling was going to really just pull everything out. But now I'm wondering because she does say that nobody she was around like Aldi, Katie, Miss, none of them actually saw what she did. Like I'm sure they were all busy doing their own battling, but they're still not aware of anything. For people who are very close with her and her closest friends, they sure don't know a lot about her because
Oh,
it's like they don't know who she is, nothing about obviously her powers, but now it's like they don't even see this storm coming in. So it's like if they don't know about it now, they are going to know about it soon because I feel like it's coming out more and more and more. And it's going to get to a point where she can't control it and it's going to happen. And then what? You're going to have to tell everybody who you are. How is
yeah.
that going to go? Are they going to be mad at you for you holding that secret? Are they going to be happy you told them? Like there's so many
I
things that could potentially happen.
I feel like they did see something. I just feel like we didn't get to that part yet where they were able to talk about it. But
Yeah.
there was two scenes like we did find out Evander hurt his shoulder. He wasn't able to lift it up all the way
Hmm.
and he was holding back. But can you imagine he's a healer, so you're fighting this guy and he knows everywhere to cut you to make you die right away.
Hmm.
Because his moves were precise. Like there's no coming
Hmm.
back from that, you know?
Well, and I
And then
think here
two, huh?
I was gonna say, I do think you can see him coming into battle because he talks about how he's not just obviously a healer. We talked about this last episode that he was on the battlefield, and I think this was the first time we really got to see him actually kind of fighting.
Yeah. And then two, his not his, Misk. I thought Misk was gonna die because the way she was describing him, like he had this laugh, but not just like a ha ha laugh. It was more of an acceptance. Like he knows, like he thinks he's gonna die and he's okay with it. So it gave him freedom. And I was like, is this her way of telling us that he's gonna die? So every time we like saw him and then his laughter got like softer and softer, I was like, this is it. He's gonna die. Like,
Oh, that means the next few chapters. I mean, we could because we literally ended this chapter and this finalized. So we don't really know the aftermath of what happened with everybody else. She does say that she doesn't know if this was her or her mother, like
yeah,
the storm that came. So it's going to be interesting that
I think
we
it's
don't
her
really
mom.
know who it was. So you
I
think it's her mother, right?
I want to think so bad. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with it. I've
Yeah.
been saying it because even at the testing site, she got like a little wisp on her kiss. Maybe it was a kiss from her mom, and then like all this other stuff. I'm like, maybe it is her mom, like a spirit form. Maybe I don't know.
Hmm.
I just like that idea. What do you think?
Oh man, I don't know. I want to say I'm going to go opposite of you just because it'll give us something to battle out. I don't know if I'm going to
Time to
be
be
right or
right.
not.
You know,
I'll
you're gonna be right.
I'll say I think it is not her mom. I think it's I think it's her mom's powers coming out of her because I think that, but see, then at the same time, it's like maybe that's why she didn't like when they were testing her that they didn't find anything because maybe it is her mom coming out through her. I don't know. No, I'm gonna make this exciting and I'm gonna go against you because we're
Rude.
gonna we're gonna want to see who's right. I think it's gonna be her and not her mom's powers coming out of her. So I guess we're gonna have to see who is right.
Yeah. I don't think it's her mom's powers because I know Lyra has her own set of powers. I just think it's her mom, like, kind of guiding, you know?
Okay.
Know
Okay.
what I'm saying, Jelly Bean? But yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, that was cool. That was a good one. So I guess we're gonna have to read through, find out if her friends
Got
saw what.
hurt. I'm going to be mad
Yeah.
at you with Miss Thighs now,
Well,
just to let you know.
it did say, let me go back. So it does say that Aldi and Mist carry only minor wounds. Their armor dented, but their spirits unbroken. Katie moved among her, hands steady as she bound cuts and bruises through her eyes, betrayed by the frustration of powers left unused. So I feel like Aldi and Misk are fine. They do mention Nadia. I can't imagine something going on with Evander. So I want to say they're probably okay, but I guess we're
Guess
gonna
we'll
have to
find
find
out,
out.
right?
Yeah. So what are we reading?
The next 5 chapters. So we'll do
The next
30
five.
through 34.
Yeah. So stop at 35.
Yes.
Okay. That was exciting. Any predictions that you think are going to happen? Because we're getting closer to the end of the book now.
No, I don't. I have so much going through my head. I don't want to lay them all out yet.
Okay. Do you think, let me ask you this then. Do you think that the king is going to find her or she's going to go to the king?
I think one of these testing sites is going to have the key. I'm telling you, see, it's a 50-50 split. Scarman did not die. He's going to come back, tell the king. The king's going to be waiting at a testing site for her.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. See, I just gave you one of my things.
Oh, well, good. I'll take it. And we'll put it up on our pin board.
What's your prediction?
um, gosh, I think the king is going to find her.
Okay.
I I think that he's going to find her, but I think she's going to be prepared and ready for him, like expecting him.
So, are we going to see it in this book, or do you think it's going to end on a cliffhanger where that's when they run into each other and then the book ends to start off for
No.
the second book?
I no, I think it's going to be this book.
Maybe the king dies and then the second book is about his son wanting revenge.
I was just going to say what if it's his son after cuz yeah, that could be something.
Like,
So,
I'm
mm,
going to get this ashen arrow if it's the last thing I do.
right? I guess we're going to see. So, but yeah, is there anything else you want to add before we end the episode?
No, but we love you guys.
So, if you're listening to us on Spotify or Apple, you guys, I mean, you guys know the drill by now. You should. You should know. Make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you like. Make sure you share it with a friend. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Make sure to like this. Make sure to hit the bell so you know when every single episode is coming out. Leave us a review on either platform. We want to know what you guys think of
All
this.
the platforms.
All the platforms. Make sure to leave us a review. Make sure that you tell all your friends to come read this fantastic book with us. Give us any suggestions on any future books you guys want us to read. We do have another book lined up after this one, but we're always ready to take suggestions. So let us know. And make sure you guys are following us on social media. We are on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Make sure you guys give Elle Clausen a follow. She is on Instagram and TikTok. She is the author of this incredible book. So make sure you guys do that. But other than that, I guess we'll see you guys on the next episode. Make sure you guys read those chapters. Happy reading. See you later. Bye.
Bye.